All right, who do you favor in this battle?
Oh man, it's really hard to call, like, because now we've seen what both decks are capable of once they really spiral out of control. But I think that Argeon is going to have a slightly easier time of it.
Yeah.
I,
What?
I think I think I am going to favor High Jump in this matchup, but hopefully Rainesama isn't put in such an awkward situation where maybe he can still bring the Enfeeble Scorn combo out at the same time. You know what I mean? Because I think that was definitely one huge factor
Yeah.
in the last match where he was pretty much forced to use that combo early to break it up, where he
Yeah.
couldn't get the max value.
That combo seems like an ideal combo to have for late game, but I think he was forced into playing it just a little too early because he had nothing else to do. Uh-oh. All right, let's sync these up. Here we go.
And to answer J Wells in the chat, what are the most ridiculous combos I've seen in the race? A lot of it's really interesting too because this format you have like combos that are built around like incremental advantages, but like wild like swingy combos was definitely Rain Sama's Lightning Blitz combo where he just sent like a sea of provokes over to his opponent's side
Yeah,
of the board. And I really like that Ion combo that the ZJ had brought because that was like some crazy burst.
yeah. We the glacial well combo. Glacial well, is that what it's called? Yeah.
No, Gravity Well.
Gravity well combo wasn't in this Amazing Race. It's from the last Amazing Race. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, he just spent like his first two turns playing Gravity Wells, and then just like said, "Take them." My let's see, my favorite combo, I think is this is I think I'm the only person that's done this is Pandora plus Fractal Replication as
Oh
like
right.
as like a slow Starhorn deck because your opponents aren't playing answers to something like Pandora generally, and you're like, all right, well I'm flashing at this Pandora, and here's two more of them. Good luck.
Right, you're getting 9 stats of wolves every turn.
Yeah. Yeah, so someone in the chat is talking about Variax. I don't think Variax is particularly good in the race. So I know that Trey Starry had been trying to get that to work for a couple minutes when we were playing on my stream this past week, but it never seemed to work. Like he was playing a Cassivalist and Shadow Nova, and he would like Shadow Nova the corners that he had already been in, with the hope that like Variax plus Bloodborne spell would like create the sea of 4/4s to stop the opponent. But I don't know.
Yeah, it seems pretty inconsistent. Even on ladder, Variax really doesn't come to your hand sometimes when you need it.
Ooh, Rain Sama, that's an aggressive use of Silhouette Tracer. I like it though because he's got another one in his hand and Prison. So I think he's just trying to go as fast as possible.
Yeah, he can just jump over all of this, and what he's doing is instead of the racers like just going in a circuit and not trying to be on the same row as one another, he's actually meeting them head to head because he's saying, "I have the tracers, and I think that I can just hopscotch over whatever you're doing, and I'm dropping provokes in your face."
Ooh, I love this play, by the way, by Rain Sama. This is a brilliant play. So he's putting his Gravity Wells in a spot, not even blocking, but like if the opponent tries to tracer in, he's gonna be able to have to like deal with a bunch of these, and he's gonna have to deal with them all the way up the board too, and like none of them are getting picked off this turn unless High Jump has a tracer of his own. Oh, really good play in my opinion. I think like the temptation would be to play it like here, like here to like stop your general. Like this is level one. You put
Yeah,
them all here.
he's setting up like the long play. I do
Yeah.
really dig this. We've seen that High Jump hasn't shown the Tempest off or anything like that.
Ooh, Sunbloom
Sunbloom. Are
taking
you kidding me?
taking out all of Rainsama's hard work. That's a shame. All right. Well, I still think Rainsama's got a good shot here. He's going to be able to trace her into this final corner, kill this 2-1 in the process, and then sort of block off High Jump. So even with High Jump if Hijump has another Tracer, I still think Rainesama's fine here, because he could block off these 2 Tracers from killing this Gravity Well, so a Tracer from Hijump won't let him get in the corner just yet. All right, I'm going to let my dog in. You take overs for us for a sec. Sorry, Zug.
Gotcha. Right. So again, he's taking out the Sunwisp here. It's a free attack. You want to deny your opponent a spot where they can summon minions from, and we do see that Rainesama has another Silhouette Tracer available here, but he's going to attack with it first, get a little bit of value before he returns to his hand. So that's really smart. I was thinking that perhaps he would move the Silhouette Tracer up and leave it alive to try to body block for that Gravity Well, like Zooch had mentioned, and then just Hailstone the one that he had played on the bottom.
Yeah, I like that play more. But, I mean, whatever. He also, I think, maybe even, you don't need to Hailstone right this turn, but... ooh, I actually love this. So... Oh, no, he can't Chromatic Cold his own Hearth Sister to kill it. I was going to say, if his opponent puts something here, he could, like, Hearth Sister with it, and then Chromatic Cold his own Hearth Sister, but that doesn't work, unfortunately.
Right. I think that Chromatic Cold can dispel your own minions, but it only damages them if they're enemy, if I'm not mistaken. Right? Hover.
Yeah.
Can you hover?
Yeah,
We'll
it says if there's an enemy on that space.
Okay.
Yeah. Someone said his vet played today. We were talking about this earlier. Incineroar, I think, is a really strong card.
Especially because in standard format, it's pretty slow. The mana cost is really high, but when your opponent isn't, interacting with you as heavily, as directly, I should say, you're going to be getting to these higher mana totals pretty easily. Man. So you can definitely rely on the Incineroar to come online late game.
This has got to feel bad. He was so close and just couldn't quite clear out his opponent's corner or like block it. This is a really close match, in a way that like it was like ships passing in the night where they just like jump by each other and then have to like remotely try to deal with their opponents. So, all right, well, we've seen 2 Vanar versus Archeon matchups, and each time Vanar has won. Let's see. I don't know what this person's playing. I don't think I have them on my buddy list either. I'm going to go ahead and try to add them. What are some other fun cards that you think you'd like to see? What do you want to see today?
One card that I wasn't sure about was actually Twilight Fox. I was like, well, because there's the potential, right, where you could keep plucking the enemy general and putting them behind you as you're like moving around the board.
So I will say this. That was one of the cards, like when Rise of the Bloodborne came out, I was like, oh, I don't know how I feel about this card. Because, you have the potential to, like, undo a lot of your opponent's work. That having been said, I tried to play it. I don't think I ever used it once. Like, I never, ever... I think I used its ability once, and if it had plucked my opponent off his side of the board, it would have, like... not let him win that turn, but like by and large, it was either like way too slow or your opponent had already touched their 2 corners, and then at that point, playing Twilight Fox just helps them, or you end up having to like hope that it gets your opponent. I don't know.
I understand.